And trimmed in navy is going to be the Emanuel Lady Lions out of Franklin Springs. It's going to be Nicole White and Carlise Oglesby for Emanuel to tip this thing up here. And we're underway. I believe Nicole got the best of that tip, but North Georgia is going to control possession as Kim Felton brings it down for North Georgia to get this game kicked off here. Emanuel quick with a steal. It's number 34. Morris has looked to go for a layup coast to coast, and she scores. That quickness we talked about made the difference early as we got an official's timeout. I believe we got some water on the floor. Actually, it's our television cable had pulled onto the floor. Officials quick to correct that as North Georgia is going to be inbounding the possession underneath the Emanuel goal. That quickness really paid off as Morris just intercepted the pass and went coast to coast. North Georgia inbound is Amber Kidd. She successfully gets it into Kim Felton. Felton up and over half court, and there's Morris to quickly knock it out of bounds. That quickness is going to make a difference here already.
That tells remind our viewers that in women's college basketball, we have a 30-second shot clock.
Mandy Bradley to inbound it for North Georgia. She gets it into Kim. Kim setting up. Franklin Springs team, Emanuel College, is in a man-to-man. Kim is aggressively fighting down low. Nothing there. She is faced up by Abby Weaver from Gilmer County. Mandy Bradley's got the possession at the front. She looks, she drives, her shot's up, and it's good. Mandy Bradley out of Blairsville, Georgia, ties this thing up. North Georgia comes right out into a press as Emanuel gets the ball inbounds. Morris brings the ball up for Emanuel. She moves down, sets the offense up. There's Griffin. Her three-point shot's no good as North Georgia controls the rebound.
Let's see if they go inside, Tim, or maybe get the outside shooting going of Mandy Bradley.
Bradley with the ball, gets it over to a point guard, Kim Felton. Kim being pressured up front by Griffin. Over to Amber Kent. Amber looks to drive, feed inside, give and go. There's Nicole, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. They're going to tag that on Abby Weaver, I believe.
That will be the first foul of the ball game.
Good look inside by Kent to find a wide open Nicole White springing for the basket, but she is fouled on the floor, and North Georgia will have possession underneath. Inbounds pass to Nicole. Nicole up and off the glass, and it's good.
That's her shot, Tim.
Up in traffic, Nicole White. North Georgia comes right out into a press. Nearly had a trap. Got on the break. Here's Emanuel up and off the glass. It's good. Emanuel ties this thing up. They broke the North Georgia press and quickly had a break down court. It's going to be a pressure game up and down this court tonight as Kim Felton brings it down from North Georgia and gets it over to Mandy Bradley at the top of the key. Mandy will look, give inside, up and off the glass. Her shot is good.
Bradley with 4 quick points.
And she had number 40, Shannon Fuller, hanging all over him. And North Georgia steals inbounds pass. Give back out to Nicole. Man, we're going to have an aggressive game here. North Georgia sets this thing up. Mandy Bradley with the possession. Feed down low. Nicole for a shot. Up, and her shot misses. Rebounded by Morey. Up, it rolls off, and then rebounded by Emanuel.
Well, Phil got in the right place there, Tim. Didn't fall for the basket.
Morris drives down, floats the prayer up, and it misses, and North Georgia controls the rebound. Here comes Amber with the ball. She's pressured, pulls up her dribble, and Emanuel's going to have the steal as they fight for the ball, and we're going to call a foul on the floor. We'll call Kim Felton with a hold, and that's going to be North Georgia's first foul on the night.
That's right, Kim Felton whistle for the foul. Here's our first 7 of the game.
It's going to be number 20, Jill Tyner, who was originally scheduled to start. It's going to give Jennifer Morris a break.
I saw Morris play basketball at Wyandotte High School, Tim, and she had a great high school career.
Griffin brings the possession down for Emanuel. Feed over to Tyner, who just entered the game. She dribbles down, feeds down to Morris. By the Griffin, and there's Oglesby with Nicole White right on her, denying her any shot attempt. Drive inside. Here's Abby Weaver inside the paint. Feed back out to Griffin. She drives the baseline. Her shot's up and misses, and the rebound is controlled by North Georgia. No, not back to Oglesby. Oglesby drives, and her shot off the glass is good.
Tim's got control of that defensive board there for North Georgia.
We're tied at 6. We're inside 17 minutes to go here in the first half as Mandy Bradley brings possession up. Lori Cato's getting ready to check into the game for North Georgia. Look inside to Morey. Morey spins, feeds back out to Nicole. She draws the lane, and she's going to be fouled.
Nice kickback from Lefebvre out top, allowing the drive on the play. If you attack that basket, Tim, you'll draw a foul.
And White is attacking that basket tonight. She's been wanting to go inside. She's put up a couple shots already. She's going to be at the charity stripe to shoot 2.
Nicole, an excellent free throw shooter.
Nicole's first shot attempt. The delivery, it's up, and it hits off the front of the rim. As Cato checks into the game, is going to give Amber Ken a break. Former teammate of Cato's at Johnson High out of Gainesville, Georgia. As Nicole prepares for her second free throw of the night. First visit to the charity stripe for either team early in the game. And it's good. North Georgia holds a 7-6 lead. Full court pressure by North Georgia. We got a trap down deep, but they break loose. Feed up court to Oglesby. Oglesby up and over the half-court line. And Nicole's going to be tagged with a foul coming from behind on Oglesby.
Well, there's the one bad point about full court pressure. You see more of the little touch fouls on the reach-ins once you get past about the midcourt area.
What happens typically, you're beat or you get someone in front of you, you try to make up for it with a reach. Oglesby got the ball down low with Nicole right on her. She's trying to move on Nicole. Oglesby was a freshman of the year at UTC Chattanooga last year, or UT Chattanooga. And the three-point shot attempt by Tyner misses. And North Georgia with possession of the rebound. Here's Cato bringing it up far side court. She looks, and the ball goes out of bounds on Emanuel.
And it appears that North Georgia trying to beat Mike Bonner's Emanuel team to the punch. This is his top style basketball.
Morris coming back into the game for Emanuel. Didn't make it in time as North Georgia inbounded the ball. Felton with possession. Mandy looks to drive the lane. Her shot's up, and it misses, and Emanuel rebounds. Here comes Oglesby with a possession. They're wanting to run. They pull up. Here's number 40, Fuller, and her shot, or rather her pass, goes out of bounds, and it's going to be North Georgia's ball.
Morris returns to the lineup for the Emanuel Lady Lions.
And Morris back into the game gives Tyner a break. Here's a full court pressure once again by the Lions. Ball inbounds to Mandy Bradley. Pressure right into her face, but she pulls up, gets it over to Cato. Cato feeds into Maury, and it's stolen away by Emanuel. Emanuel's wanting to run, 3-on-2 break. They pull it up, going to set up the offense, feed inside to Oglesby. Spin, turnaround shot is good.
Oh, nice job by Carlise Oglesby. Had her spot on the floor, had to turn around Jay.
And North Georgia breaks the trap. Breaks the pressure, rather. Mandy with the ball. She pulls up her dribble. Look inside to Moy. Up and off the glass. Partially tipped by Weaver. Rebound controlled by, I believe it was Oglesby. 3-on-1 break once again by Emanuel. Morris up and off the glass. Extends the Emanuel lead to 10-7. Full court pressure once again. Shannon Fuller pressuring Mandy Bradley's done a good job so far tonight, denying her any shots. Look inside for Maury Lefebvre, and her shot's up and off the glass. And she'll be at the charity stripe to look for a three-point play and tie this thing up, Michael.
That's the key thing, Tim. She'll try to attempt to tie this game.
North Georgia has shown some success going inside. They've either made the shots or been at the free throw line to attempt
company. I feel very
At STC, Donna's choice of a long-distance carrier, an easy, intelligent one. And STC has new calling plans with rates as low as 9 cents a minute. Call 811 today.
Kim, our first media timeout of the game. Will remind our viewers and listeners we get 3 per game, 2 in the first half and 1 in the second half.
And Manuel will maintain possession as we come out of this timeout. Look inside to Oglesby. Spin move, partially touched by Nicole. And I believe North Georgia's going to... No, they're going to call North Georgia a foul.
Oh.
Let's check this.
Yeah, they called him Maury LaFleur.
Yeah, the official was saying she was on someone's back. I'm not sure which player she was guarding at the time. Probably Abby Weaver. She posts up with her at this point. Emanuel maintains possession. Look inside to Weaver. Her turnaround jumpers messes in and back out, and Maury with the rebound for North Georgia. She gets it over to Carol Winkler. Carol out of Chatsworth, Georgia, brings the possession up. She came in from Andy Bradley, controlling possession. Look over to Maury. Maury looks to drive. Nothing there, kicks it back out to Lori Cato. Back up top to Carol. She looks to drive the lane, finds a wide open Kim Felton. She drives the baseline, pulls up, and her shot is knocked out of bounds, and Emanuel's going to take possession as it goes off Kim Felton's foot underneath.
As we bring you the lineup, the only 2 starters not in the game right now are Kent and Bradley.
North Georgia backs off the full court pressures. They go one-on-one. Kim Felton on April Griffin. Here's Marsh with the possession for Emanuel. North Georgia with a good man offense. Rather, it's a I believe it's a box and one. That's a box and one with Nicole on Oglesby as North Georgia controls the rebound off a missed shot. Here's Maury wanting to run. She looks, lays up. No, she pulls up and then lays up. And her shot is good. And North Georgia comes back with a 2-point lead. It's 12-10 with 13 and a half minutes to go in the first half.
And that play, you had to know she didn't have what she needed, so she did an extra step.
There's Cato knocking the ball away, and here's possession. And they're going to call Kim Felton with a walk. And, Mike, can you believe the defense that Lori Cato has come off the bench and given North Georgia Lady Saints already?
Well, Lori was known for that when she played at Johnson High School down in Gainesville at the Blackshaw place. And 2 more changes for Coach Bonner.
A few players coming in. Tyner's back in, also into the game for the first time tonight, is Shalimar Foles. She gives Abby Weaver a break. And back into the game is going to be Mandy Bradley. So to set the North Georgia offense, you got Nicole White, you've got Mandy Bradley, Maury LaFleur, Lori Cato, and Carol Winkler. Emanuel with a possession. You've got, once again for Emanuel, you've got Tyner, Foles, Griffin, Oglesby, and Shannon Fuller. And North Georgia earns possession back as Robin Redmond prepares to come into the game for the Lady Saints. Emanuel backs off their pressure defense also. Looks like they're going with still with a man defense as Carol Winkler drives and misses. Maury with the rebound up and off the glass. Her shot is good. North Georgia's extended their lead to 4 with 12 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the first half. North Georgia still in the zone. Check that out. I think it's a box and one, Mike. As Oglesby shot misses. Emanuel looking a little unorganized on their offensive attack as Fuller takes a 3. It misses, and Carol Winkler pulls a rebound for North Georgia. Feeds it out to Cato. Cato pulls up, looking for some help, kicks it over to Carol Winkler. Winkler looks down low, and she overthrows Maury LaFleur going toward the basket. As we said, Robin Redmond checks into the game, as does Morris back in for Emanuel, and Etta Sauls checks in for the first time for Emanuel.
A lot of fresh faces, a lot of fresh legs here in the early going of the first half.
Maury LaFleur takes a break as Redmond checks in for her. Here Sauls drives down, looks inside to Oglesby. Her shot's up and off the glass. There's Oglesby. Man, she can play. 14-12 is your score. Full court pressure for Emanuel again. They got fresh legs in there, so they come back to it. Nicole with the possession. She's not being guarded. Looking for help. And we got a 20-second timeout going to be called by North Georgia as Nicole got tied up. And we're going to keep this one here, Mike.
Great job, Tim, calling the timeout. I want to refresh your memory about college basketball rules. With a 30-second shot clock, in women's ball, you don't have to get across the midcourt stripe in 10 seconds. She was caught in the backcourt, and was really getting tied up, so instead she called the quick 20-second timeout. You get 2 per game along with 4 one-minute timeouts. So a great call by North Georgia.
That's right.
They're out of trouble.
Yeah, Nicole got tied up very quickly there, looking for help, but those fresh legs that came in for Emanuel College was right there on top of her.
Now, notice that the shot clock remains where it was at before the timeout.
21 seconds on the shot clock. Robin Redmond will inbound for North Georgia. She finds Carol Winkler. Carol's being pressured by Sauls. 16 seconds on the shot clock. She drives down. She pulls up for about an 8-footer, and it's good.
Carol, her first basket.
And here comes Carol Winkler to come right up on Sauls and attempt to give her the same pressure that Sauls gave Carol. North Georgia going with three players off the bench, making a difference here with Nicole and Mandy in the game as the starters. Here's Morris for a three-pointer. Her three-pointer is good for Emanuel. Cuts the difference to 16-14.
It's been Morris and Oglesby for Emanuel.
Kara driving up. She's being pressured by Sauls. She gets up across the half-court line, looking to set up an offense. She drives down, looking for help. On the give and go, she found Lori Cato, but it was slapped back into Cato by Emanuel. As another new player comes in for Emanuel, Zora Gearing. She's out of Gainesville. So you've got a couple Gainesville players on the floor. Did Gearing play for Johnson also, Mike?
Gainesville High.
Oh, Gainesville High, okay. With Oakwood address, I thought she might have been a Johnson player. Here's Emanuel with her shot. It misses, and Mandy Bradley there with the rebound, rather. Emanuel backs off full court pressure. Mandy's been held quiet so far. Look inside to Nicole. She spins. Her shot misses. She slams in for the rebound. She's going to be tagged with her second foul.
That'll be a tough break for the Lady Saints, Tim.
Nicole's been playing good as she's been taken out of the game. Here comes Maury back in, is going to give Nicole a break.
Mention real quickly, these ladies who are in this game today are used to winning championships in high school ball. They want to carry it over into the college ranks.
Sauls brings it up for Emanuel, pressured by Carol Winkler. Fuller with the ball, or check that Tyner rather for Emanuel. Her 10-footer's up, and it's good. Emanuel regains the lead, 17-16. We're approaching to the 10-minute mark of this first half. Here comes Carol Winkler looking to drive. She pulls up. No, she doesn't. She looks for a wide-open Maury LaFelve underneath the goal, but the pressure defense that time by Emanuel forced another turnover for the Lady Saints. As Amber Kent also checks in for North Georgia.
That's twice now that Winkler's had the idea to go to LaFelve both times. It failed.
Let's recheck your Lady Saint lineup. You've got Felton, Mandy Bradley, Maury LaFelve, Amber Kent, and Lori Cato into the game. Two ladies from Johnson High and one from Gainesville into this contest, as Morris looks to shoot one for North Georgia, or Emanuel rather, but Mandy Bradley with good defense knocks away a pass, and Emanuel's going to retain possession on the out-of-bounds pass.
And Tim, my vantage point appears that North Georgia is in that zone defense that you mentioned a little earlier.
And we've got another timeout on the floor with 9:57 to go. It's Emanuel College 17, North Georgia 16. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors.
The mission: choose one room in the house and give it a complete makeover.
Remember, we are going to do this for under $500.
The tools, imagination, ingenuity, and HGTV's decorating sense. It's not impossible. Host Joan Steffen reveals designers' top-secret tricks of the trade for decorating on a budget. Plus, uncover great ideas for turning flea market finds into family heirlooms. It's Mission Affordable Decorating Sense.
Make Home and Garden TV a part of your day.
Super Bowl 32 is the perfect time to gather your family and friends for good times, great food, and the real refreshment of ice-cold Coca-Cola Classic. Make sure you've got enough of your football fans' favorite refreshment by lining up Coca-Cola for your Super Bowl party today. Always for the fans, always Coca-Cola.
Here at Memorial Hall, North Georgia versus Emanuel. Emanuel with the possession, inbound to Gearing from Gainesville. Here's Morris with the possession. She swings it over to Sauls. Sauls looks inside to Gearing. Her shot, turnaround jumper misses. Rebounded by LaFave. North Georgia with the rebound. Here comes Cato up the closest side court line here. Kicks it back out to Kim Felton. Felton looking to set the offense for North Georgia. Look inside to Amber Kent. Turnaround up and off the glass is good. North Georgia back with the lead, 18-17. Here comes Emanuel College. They've slowed the pace of this game down just a little bit from what it started out. There's Kim Felton knocks the possession away. Are they going to call Kim stepping on the side court line? Yes, they are.
And Tim gives me a chance to update the stats for you. Leading scorer with North Georgia, LaFave with 7. We got Mandy Bradley with 4, White with 3.
Checking back into the game for Emanuel is going to be number 40, Shannon Fuller. Check the lineup for Emanuel. You've got Gearing, Fuller, Foles, Tyner, and Sauls for North Georgia. It's Felton, Cato, Amber Kent as a three-point shot for Emanuel goes up and good by Shannon Fuller. Here comes Mandy Bradley and LaFave as your other two players to set the North Georgia lineup. Bradley with possession, swings around to LaFave, being guarded by Gearing. LaFave inside to Kent. Kent looks, kicks back out to Kim. Kim up and off the glass, and it's good.
Felton was her first basket of the game. North Georgia getting the roll around to play now.
Ties this thing back up at 20, 8:46 to go here in the first half. The three-point shot put Emanuel back up. But Kim Felton's field goal tied this thing right back up. As here's Fuller with the possession. She kicks it over to Tyner. It appears that Emanuel's preparing to come back with a quicker lineup as Felton knocks the ball away, and she's going to be tagged with a foul, Mike.
It's a tough call. That's Felton's second foul, too, Tim.
Very tough call. Looked like she got all ball on that one, but as I've said it once and I've said it before, I don't get paid to officiate, but I will comment on it.
There you go. Felton with 2 fouls, White with 2 fouls for North Georgia.
Fuller's going to kick it in for Emanuel. Lady Lions 7-4 coming into this game. North Georgia is 9-3. Look inside to Oglesby. Turnaround jumper. No, she feeds it back down underneath the Foles. The rebound. She's going to be fouled by, check that number 30, Amber Kent for North Georgia. She's going to be at the line to shoot 2. North Georgia's committed 6 fouls this half as Emanuel's committed 3. Those 3 fouls have been shooting fouls for North Georgia. Foles to shoot the first of her 2 charity shots. First shot's up, and it's good. Emanuel regains the lead, 21-20, as Foles prepares for her second shot. She prepares the delivery, and it's good. Here comes Emanuel back out in full court pressure. Kent with the ball, brings the possession up, kicks it back over to Mandy Bradley. Mandy being guarded by Fuller. Sets the offense. She drives. Mandy's been shut out so far, hasn't she?
No, she's got 2 points. Check it out, 3 points.
Mandy looks. There's another field goal for Mandy, and it's good.
Yeah, I'll check it now, too. I was wrong. 4 points, that makes it 6. So Bradley with 6.
Here comes a quick march with Emanuel. She looks, pulls up a jumper right outside the lane, rebounded by Maury LaFave. Possession, as I said, maintained by North Georgia. Cato gets it over to Mandy Bradley. Bradley one-on-one with Fuller. Looking to set up her possession. She's doing some good ball movement down there. Feeds it inside to Maury. Maury up high off the block and hits it.
So LaFave now with 9 points. Coach Bonner gave a great comment defensively. You going to guard her or are you going to get out of the game?
And here comes Fuller with a 3-point shot. Her shot misses, and they're going to call Emanuel with a foul. They're going to call Foles pushing off to get position for the rebound. I'll check that. It's not 52, it's 34, Jennifer Morris. So North Georgia will have possession, 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. North Georgia hanging on to a 24-22 lead. Maury calls a timeout, and it's going to be a full timeout.
So we'll take a timeout also. Back with more action here from Memorial Hall on AM 1210 and STC.
This is a Checkers bust.
Checkers is fighting for better deals and bigger sandwiches.
The enemy? Fast food restaurants that charge you almost twice as much for everything.
This week's bust, the chicken sandwich.
Have you seen what they're charging for chicken?
Twice as much as Checkers.
Yes, twice as much. I've got just 2 words and a price. Big chicken breast sandwich, 99 cents.
99 cents for a plump, juicy chicken breast sandwich.
Yes, Checkers' 99-cent chicken deal. The next time somebody tries to charge you twice as much for chicken, hit your turn signal and get a cluck.
For under $1, a big chicken breast sandwich for just 99 cents.
Get to Checkers. Why pay more?
Come on by your hometown proud Dahlonega Checkers. One taste and you're ours.
And Tim, can you tell the early going here this first half, the team's sort of mixing it up.
Emanuel's went with a quicker pressure-type defense, and they'll back it off and slow possession down as North Georgia comes up court. Here's Maury LaFell. She pulls up her dribble, looking for help. She finds somebody. She finally finds Lori Cato, and it's knocked off ahead of Shannon Fuller. She had tough defense on Mandy Bradley. North Georgia's going to retain possession. Bradley's going to kick it inbounds right in front of the Emanuel bench. Quickness as far as Emanuel goes. Bradley finds Maury LaFell. She nearly took a half step there, Mike. She tries to drive the lane. We're going to have a push foul on Oglesby as Maury was fighting for possession, or fighting for position rather, underneath. That's going to be their 4th team foul. Nowhere close to the bonus at this point, as Mandy Bradley will kick it in for North Georgia. Looking underneath, can't find anybody open. Still looking, finally finds Amber Kent, and they're going to tag Foles with a foul on Amber Kent.
Now the team fouls are even at 6 apiece, Tim.
Substitution, Gearing is going to be back in the game. She's out of Gainesville, Georgia.
Yeah, and Zora played for Karen Mullins' state championship team a couple of years ago, Tim.
Bradley to inbound it for North Georgia, looking for someone open. There's Kim Felton. This defense for Emanuel's really making North Georgia earn their inbounds passes, as I'll check that it was Kim Felton's shot missed, and Emanuel knocked the possession out of bounds. So North Georgia's going to retain possession. Full 30 seconds underneath the goal. Mandy to kick it in for North Georgia. North Georgia looks to find possession. Kim Felton breaks away and sets up the offense. They're running a 5, whatever that is. Kim over to Mandy, let's remember this. Over to Maury, swinging over to Lori Cato. Kim Felton looks inside to Mandy. Her shot misses off the glass. Amber's there with a rebound, and she's fouled as her shot goes up and misses. Both teams are in the bonus at this point. I was thinking 10 fouls was in the bonus. The double bonus, what I was thinking.
There you go. Fuller called for the foul. As Tim mentioned, North Georgia in the bonus for the rest of the first half.
I still have that Georgia Bulldog game on my mind when they got that 10th foul earlier this afternoon. But we've got North Georgia here, and we've got an exciting game as Amber Kent hits her first shot.
Got to mention real quickly, too, Tim. I heard the Lady Dogs play Florida the other night. Georgia's worst loss in women's college basketball came to North Georgia.
And as Amber Kent hits her second shot, Emanuel with possession brings it up. North Georgia in a man-to-man defense. Swing it over to Marsh. Marsh back over to Fuller. Knocked away by Lori Cato. Man, she's had good hands tonight, Mike. Fuller looks down, finds Marsh. She looks at a 3, nothing there. Shot clock at 11 as it goes up. Rebounds controlled by North Georgia. Mandy Bradley's pulled a lot of rebounds already tonight. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Your score's North Georgia 26-22. Look over to Amber Kent. She pulls up about a 7-footer. It misses, rebounded by Maury. Maury lost possession and goes out of bounds off her foot.
Maury's got some great boards on the offensive end, Tim.
Abby Weaver back into the game for Emanuel.
Weaver, former Gilmore Lady Cat.
And North Georgia's going to back off. Looks like they're going to stay in a man defense. Check the North Georgia lineup. You've got Felton, Kent, LaFell, Cato, and Mandy Bradley as we approach the 6-minute mark in the first half. Swing over to Fuller. Her 3's up, and it's good off the glass.
That was 2 threes in the game for the Lady Lions. Keep that stat going.
Both of them by Fuller, 26-25. You don't want to leave her wide open. Mandy Bradley with the possession, being guarded by Fuller. She looks, kicks it out to Kim. No shot. Inside the 3-point line is Amber Kent. Her shot's good for 2. Emanuel's looking to run. They got Marsh on the break. Her shot's up, and it rolls in and out. Rebound controlled by North Georgia. Emanuel's going to back off. Here comes Kim Fuller, being guarded by April Griffin.
Kim's got the high hand.
Look inside, give and go, and Fuller's pass was errant as she was looking for Maury LaFave underneath the goal. Check the Emanuel offense. The official's going to be checking something. The Emanuel coach was checking to see if the last points were added to the board. North Georgia's up 28-25, 5:18 to go here in the first half. North Georgia remains in the man-to-man defense. Griffin handling the ball. She swings over. She's takes advantage of a screen, drives in and off the glass. 28-27, Emanuel's cut it back to 1. Looking to run, here's North Georgia. And it was Emanuel trying to intercept the pass, and it goes off an Emanuel player. Cato's going to be taking it out about mid-strike. Cato looking for inbound pass. She finds her former teammate from high school, Amber Kent. Kent brings possession up there. It's Cato. Cato looks to drive the baseline. Her shot is partially blocked, and they're going to call Morris with a foul. And Cato's going to be at the line for 2.
That's Morris' second foul.
Cato's going to be her first trip to the charity stripe tonight. Team fouls 8 against Emanuel, 6 against North Georgia. North Georgia's been there for a while at 6. Cato prepares for her first shot, and it's good.
North Georgia now 4 for 6 from the line here in the first half. Cato with her first points of the game.
As Tyner checks back in for Emanuel. She's a junior out of Madison County. Roy Cato prepares for her second free throw. The delivery, and it rolls in and out. Amber Kent got away with a foul as she was all over the back of an Emanuel player, but she went straight up. Your coaches coach that, goes straight up. As Tyner attempts a 3, it hits off the front of the rim. Rebound controlled by the Lady Saints. Mandy with possession. She sets up the offense. Kim Felton swings down to Amber Kent. Amber inside to Maury. Turnaround jumper's good.
There you go. Maury down double figures.
31-27. We're at 4.5 minutes to go. Emanuel with possession. Swings over to Tyner. North Georgia playing a good zone defense right now. Gearing with her shot. It misses. Rebound's going to be controlled by North Georgia, and Abby Weaver ties up Mandy Bradley. Credit North Georgia with that rebound. Possession error is pointing to North Georgia, I believe.
Yeah, it should be our way. And it is.
Yes, it is, as Nora Foles, or check that Shalimar Foles checks in for North Georgia.
No, for Emanuel.
Emanuel.
Now, watch on the offensive end for North Georgia. Watch Maury LaFave away from the ball, Tim, when she sets up.
And Mandy, check that Maury tries to inbound the ball. She gets it over to Mandy. Maury leading the down court dribble for North Georgia. Full court pressure, but North Georgia breaks it. They find a wide open Mandy Bradley, 3-on-2. Bradley takes one at the free throw line, and it's good. As we're inside 4 minutes, North Georgia leads at 6. Manuel comes up. North Georgia staying in a zone. They've converted over to a man-to-man right now as Carol Winkler prepares to check in for North Georgia. They're trying to set it up. You can hear Emanuel's coach setting up his offense as Fuller tries a 3. It misses. Maury with a rebound, and she's going to be fouled as Abby Weaver tries to slam the boards.
Yeah, Morgan was right under the basket. Weaver came over her back, Tim.
And Maury's going to be shooting a bonus. Checking in the game is going to be Carol Winkler.
Weaver now with 2 fouls, by the way, Tim.
And she's going to be checking in for Lori Cato. As Maury is perfect so far tonight. She's been to charity stripe twice and hit both of them.
And Tim, talking about the Emanuel coach, Mike Bonner, he's been the coach that has led this team from the junior college ranks to a 4-year school into the Georgia Athletic Conference.
Maury's first free throw's up, and it's good.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the 4th-year competition in the GAC by Emanuel.
And Maury prepares for her second free throw. 3:35 to go. North Georgia's leads at 34-27. Make that 35-27 as Maury remains perfect from the charity stripe.
Unofficially, I have her with 13 points in the game.
Emanuel brings possession up. Pressured by Kim Felton. 3-point shots missed again by Fuller. Abby Weaver controls the rebound. Goes back up off the glass to cut it to 35-29. North Georgia's leads at 6. Mandy Bradley with pressure. North Georgia's just playing a solid game here. They've warded off strong pressure defense as North Georgia looks inside to Maury. Her shot's partially blocked, but there's Amber Kent with a rebound up and off the glass, and it's good.
Amber Kent, the right place.
We're inside 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Emanuel looks to set up their offense once again. Look inside to Weaver, turn around in the lane. Her shot misses, and she's up and over the back of Maury LaFell. It had her around the neck as she brought Maury down to the ground that time.
We'll walk down to the North Georgia end and shoot free throws.
And Weaver, as we said, is from Gilmer County. Seen her play some of her high school games as she's replaced by Oglesby, checks back into the game. Carlise Oglesby out of Hart County.
And you mentioned that, Tim, the 10-foul limit during the penalty, we call it the super bonus or the double bonus.
And Maury to shoot 2. She prepares the delivery. And it's good. 38-29. One more opportunity. North Georgia will look to extend their lead to 10. Close game in the early going, but North Georgia's pulling away here late in the first half. Maury's second shot's good.
15 in the game, 5 in the charity stripe for LaFell.
Here comes Emanuel. North Georgia's into man-to-man. Swing over to Fuller. She's being guarded by Carol Winkler. Back out to Oglesby. She takes advantage of a screen on Amber Kent. They switch up, look down underneath, and I believe Maury's going to be called with a foul.
A little reach-in foul, too, Tim.
It's going to be a bonus opportunity for Emanuel.
And there's 3 fouls on LaFell, too.
And quickly, Coach Watson.
No, check it. They had 2 on the board, Tim. I thought she had 3.
The end of the game is Robin Redmond for North Georgia. At the line is going to be number 52, Shalimar Foles out of Lovejoy. And she's going to be shooting the bonus. First shot's up, and it misses. And Emanuel controls the rebound. There's Oglesby. She pulls up for about a 10-footer. It misses. Rebound underneath by Emanuel. It misses, and North Georgia taps it over to Mandy Bradley to set up the North Georgia offense as we approach the 2:20 mark here in the first half. Mandy plays off a screen, drives down to the baseline, pulls up with about a 7-footer. It misses. I believe it was partially tipped. Oglesby with the rebound. They want to run. Here's Fuller up and off the glass. Her shot's good.
Back on the North Georgia, and you had an off-balance shot, too, Tim.
Here comes Mandy. They've got a 2-on-1. Amber Kent was the intended receptor of that pass, but it's knocked away by Oglesby. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. North Georgia's holding on to a 39-31 lead. They got their lead up to 10. It's cut back down to 8 at this point. Mandy Bradley to inbound. She gets it into Winkler. Swings it back over to Mandy for 3. No good. Rebounded by North Georgia. They control. Robin Redmond with a rebound. Kicks it back out to Kim Felton. Felton spins. Drives the lane. Feed off to Mandy. Up and off the glass. Good look that time by Kim Felton.
Broadway now with 10 points. 2 ladies thanks in double figures.
Oglesby for Emanuel as they look to run. And they're going to call North Georgia with a foul. Let's see who they call the foul on. Kim Felton's going to be tagged with that foul.
That's 3 on Felton. And you get out of the game, put Winkler back in.
Well, Winkler's already into the game, but they're going to pick in Lloyd Cato.
Of course.
A minute and a half left to go here in the first half.
I meant to say get Winkler there at the point guard spot.
Oglesby misses her first free throw. Cato into the game. She's going to set up position. Check the North Georgia lineup as Oglesby prepares for her second shot. It's Redmond, Bradley, Kent, and her first shot misses. Rebounded by Cato. No. Rebound controlled by Oglesby. A look underneath to Tyner, and they're going to call Amber Kent with a foul.
Coach Kim, you hate that. Last 2 times down, Emanuel had free throws and missed the front end of the 1-and-1. They get the wrong rebound. You never want to see that happen.
And Gearing checks in, and it's going to be Tyner at the line. She's a junior out of Madison County. She stands at 5'8". 41-31. North Georgia's lead is at 10 as Mills prepares to check in for North Georgia. And Tyner hits her first. Mills is going to give Amber Kent a break. He's going to give North Georgia an advantage on the boards.
And Kerry Mills, a 6'2" sophomore out of Prattville, Alabama.
And the second shot's good for the Lions. Inbound pass. North Georgia's fight away from pressure defense. We're inside a minute and a half. Here comes Carol Winkler. Plays off the Mills screen. She comes back up, sets the offense. Down to Cato for 3. And it's no good. Rebound control by North Georgia. That's Mandy with a shot. They're going to call a jump ball as Fuller was right there on Bradley. Possession arrows pointing toward Emanuel.
As you mentioned before, Bradley's been on the court, one of the shortest players on the floor for North Georgia, and is able to sneak in and get the rebounds.
North Georgia with the pressure defense. Cato's guarding Griffin. They get it over to Fuller, who's being guarded by Cato. Off a screen for three, and he hits off the front of the rim. And we're going to call Mandy Bradley trying to get possession. We're going to be shooting two. Check that. It's not going to be Mandy. It's going to be number 50, Mills, for North Georgia. And Nora Gearing is going to be at the line for, check that, Zora Gearing is going to be at the line for Emanuel. 41-33, leads at 8. And Gearing's first shot misses. She's shooting two.
That's been helpful. That's 3 straight trips down. They've missed at least one.
41-33, a minute 1 to go. Gearing's second shot's up, and it's good. This is the closest they've been in a while. It leads at 7 for North Georgia. North Georgia breaks a trap. Here comes Mandy. North Georgia's got the numbers. Mandy pulls up. Her shot misses. Rebounded by Tyner. Here comes Emanuel wanting to run. Feed over, 2-on-1. Fuller up and off the glass. 46 seconds to go. They've cut it to 6. Pressure defense with Cato with the ball. She finds Kara. She breaks. Inside the free throw line, look to Robin, and Robin's fouled.
Oh, you see that, Tim, where she went right to the middle of the court? That set up the offense for the Lady Saints, and a foul on Emanuel.
Robin Redmond at the line. She had some troubles last week here at the free throw line. Let's see if she's turned that around this week.
And, Tim, I think Fuller has been the difference for Emanuel here in the first half as Redmond hits the first.
35.1 seconds to go here in the first half. 42-36, leads back up to 6 for the Lady Saints. Redmond prepares for her second shot, and it's good. 43-36, 35 seconds to go. North Georgia's with the pressure. They're setting it up. Looking to back up, set the speed. Here comes Emanuel. They got possession. Swing it down. Kick out to Fuller for three inside the three-point line. Her shot's good. 18 seconds. Here comes North Georgia. Mandy with the ball. 15 seconds. She gets up and over the half-court line. We're at 10 seconds. Mandy sets up for the final shot. She drives. Her shot's up. It misses off the front of the rim. Rebound is controlled by Emanuel, but they're not going to get another shot. Does it go out of bounds? Not in time for the clock to expire here in the first half, Mike.
And what a job it has been for North Georgia. Another lead here as we go into halftime. When I come back, I'll bring you the halftime stats, and we'll hopefully have an interview with Coach Randy Dunn right after this on AM 1210 and STC.
You know, a lot of times when you stop at a convenience store, you're left wondering, what was so convenient about that? But then there's Country Cupboard. With 62 locations here in North Georgia, there's always one where you need it, and friendly folks behind the counter because you deserve it. Put a little country in your cupboard today. Stop by with your Saints basketball ticket stub for a free small fountain drink or coffee. Good through February 20th at any area Country Cupboard location. Country Cupboard, proud sponsor of North Georgia College and State University Saints basketball on WDGR and STC Cable Channel 4.
The search is over for the best auto deals here in North Georgia, and they're just down the road at Cody's Chevrolet Olds Geo in Dahlonega. They've been making customer satisfaction their only concern for 20 years while offering a huge inventory of new cars, trucks, and vans like the new Chevy Malibu and a wide variety of quality used vehicles. With all the financing and leasing options available, plus a full-service center, I don't know why you'd go anywhere else. See the friendly folks at Cody's Chevrolet Olds Geo in Dahlonega on Highway 60 South. Call 864-6145. In Gainesville, call 770-534-6145. Come to the Gold Hills for true golden deals.
Dream Homes.
Make Home and Garden TV a part of your day.
At halftime of our women's game, as far as doubleheader, is North Georgia leading Emanuel 43-38. Mike Wofford back with you here at halftime, joined by Jason Gibson, the assistant coach of the men's team here at North Georgia. Good to see you, Jason. And tell us about this ball game we're looking forward to the second half of our doubleheader between North Georgia and Emanuel.
Well, Emanuel coming in at a 2-14 record, but they're a lot better than that record, Mike. They can really play. We're going to try to push the tempo and speed things up a little bit. We feel like we can make them turn it over and hopefully create an exciting atmosphere here tonight and just try to get the crowd into it early.
What's going to be the thing we can look forward to for North Georgia offensively? So the go-to guys, I know you had a couple of key players in the Piedmont victory.
Well, Clyde Thompson really came on and shot the ball well. Had 29 points and 11 assists, had a double-double. Matt Pugh's playing well. He had 22. Gus Brown ended up with 17. So we had 3 players really pick up the pace for us against Piedmont. I hope we can expect the same tonight. Those are the 3 that's kind of led us all year, and we expect the same from them every night.
Are we to this point, Coach, where we can see maybe coming off a holiday break now the Saints have got some flow going offensively?
Well, coming back from the holiday break, you always have kind of a lull there because they're trying to get back in the flow of things, and it usually takes a couple of games, and I hope we're really ready to break through and start hitting the midseason stride there. So I hope so.
What kind of matches can we look forward to in this game with Emanuel?
Well, they got a big player inside. His name's Larry James, and he's really tough. He's averaging almost 20 a game, almost 10 boards a game. We really got to slow him down, try to contain him. Outside that, you'll see a lot of different players for them putting up threes. They have a team full of three-point shooters, so we're going to have to really extend our defense's way out and try to stop them. So I hope we can, hope we're up for the task.
Let's hope we have a good ball game here. Get this crowd going here in North Georgia. Get the students back into it. Get the downtown here rocking here at Memorial Hall. Listen, thanks for taking time to be with us. We'll look forward to talking to you next week.
Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you.
Coach Jason Gibson here at halftime. As we look forward to our second half of our doubleheader. And when I come back, we'll bring you the halftime stats. We'll get ready for the second half right here on STC and AM 1210.
Most of us know how to work the phones, but ever wonder how the phones really work? It seems simple. You pick it up, you get a dial tone, big deal. But behind your dial tone is an amazing phone network that takes voice and data almost anywhere. It's a network built and maintained by America's local phone companies, not AT&T and not MCI. What's the difference? Well, local phone companies do some important things AT&T and MCI don't, like spending almost $20 billion a year to modernize the local phone network, $2 billion to bring technology to our schools, like fixing your local phone line if it breaks. The long-distance guys don't do that. Universal access to make sure everyone gets phone service. And we're in thousands of local communities, employing your neighbors and supporting everything from the symphony to Little League. Call now for a free booklet. It explains why the local phone companies are better than the rest.
Second half action about to begin here from Memorial Hall as North Georgia leads Emanuel 43-38 at halftime. Tim, real quickly, North Georgia's leading scorer is Moy Lefebvre with 15 points. Mandy Bradley has 10. Amber Kent has 8 points.
And coming back to action, North Georgia's going to have possession of this one. 43-38 your score at the half. North Georgia broke away there after about the 5-minute mark of the first half. Goal lead up to 10. It's cut back down to 5 by some aggressive Emanuel defense. But North Georgia has the ball. And Mandy Bradley's being pressured. She's looking for an outlet. She finds Amber Kent. And Emanuel's coming back out with that very aggressive defense. Mandy looks inside to Nicole. Nicole feeds back out to Amber. Oh, look. Pulls up with an 8-footer, and it's good. I want to check my names from the first half. I was calling Amanda Couch Jennifer Morris, so I'm going to check that. I get that corrected this half as Oglesby takes a 2 inside the 3-point line, and it's good. 45-39 your score. Emanuel coming back out in the full court pressure. Cato with the ball. Drives over near side to the press row here. She's being pressured. She finds Mandy Bradley and breaks out of a three-person trap on her. Mandy drives up, misses. Nicole with a rebound. It misses, and it goes off North Georgia's hands as Cato and Bradley were fighting for the ball that time.
It sounds simple on a full-court press. The best way to break a press is pass the basketball.
And Lori got tied up right in front of her with 3 players on top of her. And with 3 players on top of you, somebody's open as Abby Weaver misses 2-footer inside. They go to Oglesby. Her shot's good. It's about a 14-footer.
See, Oglesby get hot. She now has 10 points in the game.
They cut it to 3. Nicole with the ball, brings it up, breaks half court. She pulls it back out, set the offense, looking for some help. She finds Mandy. Mandy with Griffin on her. She breaks over 3-point, finds Lori Cato. Shot clock's at 10. Cato looks, pulls up, feeds over to Maury. Maury turn around, off the glass, good.
Did she get great position or what? Down with a block, turn around, Jay. Lafayette with a basket, 17 points.
Leads back up to 5. North Georgia just worked it and worked it and worked it. But they found an open shot as Griffin takes about an 8-footer. It misses. She got her own rebound. There's Fuller for 3. It misses. She took 9 of those and only hit 2 in the first half. She misses her first one out of the gates here in the second half.
Fuller was the leading scorer, though, for the Lady Lions in the first half with 14 points.
North Georgia with the ball. Moy takes one at the free throw line, and it's good. She's been perfect there all night, so might as well take a shot there, too. It was for 2, and let's check. We got a timeout. It's a shoe loose underneath the goal. Abby Weaver knocks it up. I believe her sock got wadded up, so it was, Mike.
That's the official's timeout.
17-39. North Georgia's leads at 7, 49-42. North Georgia out of the gates here, extends her lead to 2.
And you know North Georgia started out sluggishly in our game against Berry last Saturday night. North Georgia wants to keep that lead at about 10 points here in the second half against Emanuel.
Set the North Georgia lineup. You got Bradley, Cato, White, Kent, and LaFave. For Emanuel, you got Weaver, 34, Marsh, Griffin, Fuller, and Oglesby. As a shot by Emanuel's knocked away by Amber Kent, Maury with the ball. She brings it up. Pressure from behind. She loses the ball, and they don't call it travel, but Emanuel controls. They got a break. Here's Oglesby up and off the glass. It's good.
Carlise Oglesby now with 6 points in the early going of the second half.
And officials timeout as they checked Maury's condition. I believe she must have twisted an ankle or a knee, but she says she's okay. She stays into the game. Emanuel out with full court pressure. Kent dribbles the ball. They break the press. Here's Cato. Cato pulls up, looks inside, nothing there. She finds Mandy Bradley. Swings it over to Maury. Maury looks to drive up, and Abby Weaver's got a hand on that one, and Maury's going to be at the line to shoot 2.
Well, when you go one-on-one with Maury LaFave and Abby Weaver, Maury LaFave is going to get the better of that one.
Maury perfect all night long from the free throw line. She's 5 for 5. Officials checking with her again. Apparently, that injury may be aggravating her a little bit. You may see her come out here in a few minutes. It's a left ankle, I believe, as she prepares gingerly to deliver her free throw shot. It misses. Looks like it's the left ankle. First miss of the night for Maury.
And you can see that was going to affect her free throw shooting ability, Tim. North Georgia hit 85% from the line in the first half. They only missed 2 free throws.
Maury for her second attempt. 49-44 is your score. Shots up, and it's good.
She now has 20 points in the game, the leading scorer.
North Georgia's in not full court pressure, but man-to-man defense. Marsh with the ball, swings it over to Griffin. They're looking to get someone open. Here's Fuller with the ball. She's got Cato on top of her. Emanuel looking for an open shot down underneath. They look for Oglesby. Here's Fuller for 3, and it misses. Rebound controlled by the Lady Saints. Maury LaFave come down with that one. She finds Mandy Bradley. She's been pressured by Griffin, and she's pressured into a trap. She gets out of it. Kick over to Amber Kent. Amber Kent with the ball. Mandy pulls back out and sets up the offense. As she's directed, Kim Felton's on the ground with 3 fouls, I believe, in the first half. So Mandy's going to be directing the offense as Emanuel's tagged with a foul. I believe it's Oglesby. As Maury does take a break, Robin Redmond into the game. 2 fouls here in the second half on the Lady Lions as Redmond kicks the inbounds pass in. Oglesby's got 3 fouls. She stays into the game.
Now, Tim, you got to watch for Nicole White, and she got the ball, and she's going to be fouled.
And another quick foul. I believe it was Amber Kent was fouled that time. Emanuel with a foul. They're going to take a 22nd one. Let's take take this one through a discussion here, Mike. It was 52. Foles with a foul. Shalimar Foles out of Lovejoy. That's her second. 3 team fouls so far in the half for Barry. Not Barry, but Emanuel. As we look in on the North Georgia huddle and discussions to reset this thing. The lead's at 6 with 5 points coming into the half.
Well, let's see what kind of effect that the injury to Marva Fell is going to have on the Lady Saints, Tim. I think you're going to have now to go to both Amber Kent and to Nicole White.
Kent, Nicole, Redmond, Cato, and Mandy Bradley is your North Georgia Lady Saint offense. Bradley for 3. It's good. And she's going to be at the free throw line to shoot a couple, or shoot one, rather. 4-point play.
Rarely do you see that happen in basketball, but the Blairsville, Georgia native will go to the line to complete the 4-point play.
It's not going to be a 4-point play. Check that it was underneath.
Yep.
It's going to be underneath, so North Georgia's going to have possession. Leads 53-44. It's back up to 9. Bradley to kick the pass in. There's Cato with the ball. Kicks it back out front. Nope, she holds on to it. And looks to go inside to Nicole. Stolen away by Emanuel. They've got the numbers. Here comes Oglesby. She pulls up for about a 10-footer, and it's good.
Oglesby now with 8 points in the second half, Tim.
Redmond with a inbounds pass to Mandy. Nearly thrown away. Amber Kent catches up with the ball. Has possession. Finds Robin Redmond underneath. North Georgia's won the foul. She's been guarded by Oglesby. Oh, a good look inside, but they're going to call Amber Kent for pushing off, Mike. First foul of the half for North Georgia.
Yeah, and Amber had the push-off, as you mentioned, getting the position.
And that's 3 on her, Mike.
Yep, and that's going to be also a critical factor for North Georgia here in the second half.
You got Maury with an injury. You've got both Nicole and Amber with 3 fouls. Tyner with the ball for Emanuel. They're looking to set up a shot. 15 minutes and 15 seconds to go as Fuller looks at a 3, but Cato's right there on her. Look inside to Oglesby. Nicole's on her. Oglesby shot's good. 53-47. Check that 48's your score.
And Tim, she has more points in the second half than she did in the entire first half. 1.5 minutes.
Mandy looks to go coast to coast. Her shot misses as she had, I believe it was Oglesby on her step for step. And the ball goes off a North Georgia player, and it's going to be Emanuel with possession.
And in fact, Tim, according to my stats, Oglesby has all the Emanuel points in the second half.
Griffin brings the Lady Lions down. We're inside 15 minutes to go here in the second half. North Georgia with a 53-48 lead as Fuller's 3-point shot misses. Oglesby with the rebound. Blocked by Nicole. And it's going to be a jump ball as Robin Redmond ties it up with Foles. The Emanuel bench begging for a foul on that one. Nicole White done a good job of getting position on Oglesby as we've got a timeout on the floor. And we'll take a timeout here with your score, 53-48. You're listening to North Georgia basketball on AM 1210 at STC Channel 4.
Hi, this is Phil Hull for STC Channel 4 Advertising. For all your advertising needs for production of spots and on-location shooting, contact us at STC Cable Channel Advertising at 1-800-345-3874, extension 4.
WDGR AM 1210. Real community radio, the way it should be.
Welcome back to action here. We got Emanuel Lions versus your North Georgia College Saints. Emanuel's going to be dressed in navy with gold trim. North Georgia is going to be in their typical white and royal blue trim. Jumping it up for North Georgia is going to be number 44, Earl Seaman. For Emanuel is going to be number 55, Larry James.
Everybody's ready to go. The officials, three-man crew. Trying to get used to our new TV rules, Tim.
That's right. Mike was given an orientation of those rules just beforehand, so the officials, I don't think, were aware that we were here. But we're ready to get underway here. North Georgia coming off a conference win over Piedmont earlier this week, and the